Back here on Titans Talk, Tennessee falls to Indianapolis yesterday, 19-17 at Nissan Stadium. Jonathan Hutton, John Burton, and I last night on the Electric Power Company's Sunday Sports Central give you the full look at the game, how it went down, and then dive into the keys to what went wrong in the Colts' 18th win over the Titans in their last 21 meetings. It was supposed to be a day of celebration in Nissan Stadium, with the Titans retiring the numbers of Steve McNair and Eddie George and looking for a tide-changing win in the AFC South. Instead, Jay Hutt, it was just more of the same.
Yeah, more of the Colts out-executing the Titans, and we're left, same as the players in the locker room, saying, if only.
Yeah, Colts had won 17 of 20 against the Titans, but that bad boogeyman, Andrew Luck, he's retired now, so it's Jacoby Brissett under center for the Horseshoe. Hottest game in Nissan Stadium history, 91 degrees at kickoff. Even hotter after a pyrotechnic glitch caused a small fire on the sidelines before the game. Colts facing a 3rd and 12. Eric Ebron on the catch. Jumps over Amani Hooker, picks up 13. And then it's Ebron again. Shovel pass, touchdown, Jay Hutt.
Brissett makes this play by holding the run to Pascal.
Slow start for the Titans offense, but Marcus Mariota gets out of the pocket, hits Tajay Sharp. First reception of the season, moved the sticks. Then how about this play? Big man touchdown. David Quesenberry on the old tackle eligible.
Love the call, and Quesenberry's story is even better. He beat cancer, so catching this pass lined up as a tight end, no big deal.
That was great to see. Indy with another 3rd and long, need 15. T.Y. Hilton gets them 19. Colts 7 of 14 on 3rd downs. Then it's Brissett to Paris Campbell, his first NFL touchdown. Extra point no good, so it's 13-7. Colts trying to add to that late in the half, and watch Logan Ryan. The diving interception, his second in as many games, but the Titans can't turn it into anything as Mariota gets sacked to end the drive before the half.
At halftime, George and the family of McNair on hand as 27 and 9 officially were retired. Tighten up. That seemed to provide a spark. Mariota on play action, 25 yards to Corey Davis to set up 1st and goal.
You get down there, you hand it to 22. Derrick Henry with his 3rd touchdown of the year already.
Titans go up 14-13 and catch a break here as Harold Landry recovers the fumble.
The ball just slipped out of Brissett's hand as he was attempting the pass, but the pass went backwards there. The Titans couldn't capitalize a big moment in this game.
Yeah, because another sack means it's a 45-yard attempt for Cairo Santos, and it is wide left. Game stays 17-13. That's when Jordan Wilkins busts free. 55 yards all the way down to the 4 before going out of bounds.
This was a counter to the heavy side, 3 tight ends. No deception, just excellent blocks by Indy. Physical football, and the Colts were better today.
Yeah, we've seen that before. Hilton, touchdown. Colts reclaim the lead, but Vinatieri missed another PAT, so a field goal would win it, but questionable clock management here. After a spike on 1st down, 2nd down short of the chain, so they spike it again. Now it's 4th in the game, and it's incomplete. The Colts come in and spoil yet another day in Nashville. 19-17 the final. Neither quarterback with a big day numbers-wise, but it's Brissett that throws for the 3 TDs. Henry had 81 yards rushing, but had just 3 carries in the 4th quarter as the Colts win again. Time for Keys to the Game, sponsored by your Middle Tennessee Hyundai dealers. And Jonathan, the games are all different, but the end result has been the same now 18 of the last 21 times. The Colts continue to find a way to win, and the Titans find ways not to win in this matchup.
They do, and that's what makes this loss so frustrating and magnified. They squandered so many chances to grab that victory, and it started with a big pass interference penalty on Adoree Jackson. Defensively, they had pressure on Brissett, but they couldn't bring him down, and they pride themselves on being a physical team. You cannot allow the opponent to run through you in the 4th quarter. That happened. And Mariota in the offense with a chance to win the game looked bad on the final 2 possessions. Clock management was poor. There were some head-scratching decisions which led to a big missed opportunity today at Nissan Stadium.
Yeah, and 3rd downs were a huge factor in this game. As we saw in the highlights, some long 3rd down conversions by the Colts to extend scoring drives, while the Titans converted just 1 of 10 opportunities.
You're not going to win many games going 10% on 3rd down conversions, especially when the other team is moving the chains 50% of the time. Some attempts just came up short. Another was converted by Mariota but called back due to holding. And then there were the sacks where it appeared Mariota was just hanging on the ball far too long. They're now 3 for 20 on 3rd down attempts through 2 games. That is a big concern right now. It should be far better, especially with the additions that they've made on offense this offseason.
And the bottom line is the offense just has to score more points. You're not going to win many games scoring just 17 points in the NFL.
And that's what held them back last year. In the 7 losses last year, they scored 20 points or less. 17 today, they lose. They have to start putting up more points, period. Playoff teams score about a touchdown more per game than what the Titans have been averaging. And this offense has enough talent to be much more consistent than they've been. 17 points generally will not win you games in this league, especially once the defense is settled into what they're doing. The Titans are too inconsistent on that side of the football. We don't know what we're going to see week to week, and that's the biggest issue, no matter who's calling plays.
Yeah, exactly right. The Titans were trying to start 2-0 for the first time since way back in 2008. Instead, it's another frustrating loss to their nemesis. Yeah, it certainly was. No question about that. Phone lines remain open. 737-7767, the number. Let's go to Chris. Chris, thanks for waiting. You are next up here on Titans Talk.
Hey, I just wanted to say that I was listening to people talk about Mariota bouncing back. The problem is he probably will bounce back in Jacksonville. He'll have a great game. And then everyone will say, maybe this is it. Maybe he's finally turned the corner. And then he'll implode the week after that. And then he'll have a great game. And then he'll implode. The problem with Mariota is you can't get 3 good games in a row out of him. And that's the problem with the guy.
Yeah, no, I think you're exactly right, Chris. At least that's been the track record of his career, and now the first 2 games of this season. People would be wise when you look at Mariota this year because of what is riding on this year to look back at the entire body of work of this season. I don't think it's fair to judge him early on. Totally different coaching staff, and obviously injuries have played a factor with him. All of that plays into why the last 4 years have been what they are. But if you're going to make a decision moving forward with him, it's got to be about what you see this year. And so far through 2 games, you see exactly what you saw the previous 4 years. Now there's 14 more games left. Maybe he'll surprise us and be more consistent than not. Maybe he'll have a really great year. I mean, right now he's got 4 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. He's on pace to crush what he's done each of the last 2 years. And if he can continue on at that rate and put up 25, 30 touchdowns and very few interceptions, by the end of the year, I think a lot of people will think that's a pretty solid year. But if a lot of games look like yesterday, where it's a dud and it's 150 yards passing, and there's 4 sacks in the game, and the offense only puts up 17 points, and most importantly, the team loses, then all of a sudden it's just the inconsistent talk we've had all the way through. We're going to do this every week, I fear, that we're going to judge Mariota in totality as if we know exactly what should happen based off of the game we just watched. You know, a week ago it was, look how great he looked in Arthur Smith's offense. Maybe this will work. Yesterday it was, oh, it's the same old Mariota. He's not the guy. And Chris may be right. On Thursday night he might have a great game in Jacksonville. And we'll go back and flip to the other side of this. It's a 16-game season. And as long as he's still the quarterback, I think you have to let it play out for this season and figure out if he can find his way in this offense, if he can stay healthy, if all the weapons around him, they figure out how to use them. Because right now they're not calling plays to use all these weapons right either. That's not completely on him. Can they get that going before the end of the year? And if they do, maybe he's the guy. But what you've seen through 2 games, in the small sample size we have of this season, looks an awful lot like what we've seen in the grand sample size over 4 years and now 2 games. And that's just where we are right now. All right, got to take a break. Back with more Titans talk after this.